Italy's premier design firm and coach builder Zagato is known for beautiful designs like this Alfa Romeo SC, but they also produced, for a short period of time, this. A small electric box called the Elcar. Because it's an electric car, Elcar, it's a silly name. Outside of the US, this was called the Zagato Zelli. And yes, it really is that Zagato. It even has the same Zagato badge on the side as that Alfa Romeo, which is hilarious. For the US, it wasn't called the Zagato Zelli, it was called the Elcar, or if you prefer, the car. The car was produced from 1974 to 1976. It's pretty much a direct response to the oil crisis. In total, 500 of these things were made, which is really astonishing because this is a tiny fiberglass-bodied car with somewhere between 2 and 4.5 horsepower. I say that with uncertainty because these were offered with a 1 kilowatt, a 1.5 kilowatt, or a 2 kilowatt Morelli motor, and I don't know which one this one has in it. The top speed was somewhere around 25. Supposedly, the top spec 2 kilowatt motored version could get up to 35 miles per hour, but I suspect you have to be going slightly downhill while aggressively farting to achieve that. This car is very similar to the city car. I covered it in another video, so if you haven't seen that, go watch that now. This thing is very basic, and there really is not a lot to show you here. I mean, there's some doors on the side, it has some sliding windows, so it is slightly better made than the city car, which just had a sheet of plastic here, but the doors don't exactly fit right, at all. I mean, that's about as far as they'll close, and I don't feel like breaking them today. And it has some very nice but very scrawny looking fiberglass hinges. This back here is not a hatch. This is just one solid piece of bodywork. If you want to access the minimal storage back here, you have to do so by tilting the front seats forward. And once you do that, you'll discover that that's where they put the charger, so you have to put all of your belongings around the charger, which is smack dab in the middle of the floor. The 48 volts worth of lead-acid batteries resides here in this slide-out tray. Normally there'd be a body panel covering up the sides here, but this one is missing it, apparently. Inside the car are these two ever so basic seats, and not a lot else. Right in front of me is just a sheet of wood, and that is the dash in this car. On the dash, there's this toggle switch for forward and reverse, speedometer and amp meter, 5 lights, a toggle switch for the wipers, a toggle switch for the lights, and not much else. On the steering column here, we have the 2 Fiat-derived stalks, one for the blinkers and one for the lights. There's a lot of Fiat-derived parts in here. I'm sure I'm missing a few. I believe the suspension is also Fiat-derived from a Fiat 124 or a Fiat 500. Down on the floor is just the brake pedal and accelerator, and in between the seats is the handbrake. Like the city car, this car came from the factory with a contactor switch arrangement for the throttle, so you had 6 forward speeds for your motor and 2 reverse speeds, but this one has been upgraded since then because I don't think any of the factory parts worked, and it has a proper motor controller now, so you have fluid speed control at this point. All right, now let's take this little Zagato tissue box for a short little spin around the parking lot. I'd go further, but frankly, I don't want to take this thing out into traffic. Also, the batteries are in kind of an unknown state. They seem, the low battery, I'm in reverse. The low battery light seems to come on fairly often. This is going to be very similar to the city car, I expect, except without the clunking throttle. Guess someone modernized it, the jerks. All right, we are moving. And that is about all I can say about it. The seating position is surprisingly uncomfortable because, oh my God, the door's opening. Come here, door. Can't really tell when the doors are shut because they don't exactly fit properly. All right, no heat in this thing, not surprisingly. It's rather, rather bumpy. Okay, maybe I would like to take this out into traffic, because I kind of love it. Oh my God, it's the worst cars that I love the most. This is so jiggly. Does it not have shocks? Holy crap, I love it. Okay, my opinion is quickly turning. Okay, this would be actually quite a lot of fun to go and get groceries in. If you got into any sort of accident, it might be a little problematic, but and I would be mildly alarmed to take this out into traffic. Even though everyone would see you, you would still get into everyone's way. All right, that's max throttle. That's not a lot. All right, I'm going slightly uphill, but I am able to hit 25 miles an hour. That seems to be the top speed I'm able to reach here. Let's go slightly downhill. That was an alarming sound. There is no insulation of any kind in the front here. I can just see the bodywork and the headlights and all of that. I don't know how this thing would have come from the factory, but that seems rather crude. All right, top speed run down slight hill. 20, 25, 30 miles an hour. Yeah, assuming that, oh, I just noticed that's in kilometers per hour. Well, things feel faster in here. Okay, now we're going up a real hill, and I'm able to hit 10 kilometers. My foot's to the floor right now. I think I better head back to the garage before I get stranded out here. Yeah, I'm going 10 kilometers an hour now. Well, that was exciting until I realized the actual speed I was going. This certainly wouldn't be good in traffic. So the max I was able to hit was 30 kilometers an hour, but it's still a lot of fun. So that's your quick look at the Zagato Zelly. To call this a departure from Zagato's normal works is a bit of an understatement. So thanks for watching, and thanks to the Lane Motor Museum for lending me the car.